Afternoon. Yeah, I'm going to do some streaming today, some pottery. As my title hopefully says, I'll be throwing some bird baths. So I've been to the pottery shop today. I took some pots to be glaze fired. I picked up a lot of new glazes. I spent quite a lot of money. And I also bought this little cloth thing, a chamois leather, I think. I'm going to test this. So the idea is it kind of keeps your back on the wheel without having to stick it with clay. I'm going to dust that out today, see how that gets on. Firstly though, I've got a little bit of decorating to do. Let's switch over to here. I have my Captor looking okay. I've painted him green, but he needs some eyes and a mouth, so I'm just going to do that. I've just got to touch up a couple of areas with the green as well, and maybe put a bit of texture on him. I also got these new tools from my wife. It's my birthday today. I got these. I think I kind of tested this one out. It's working quite well. They're kind of rubbery ends, so they're kind of soft rubber. You can make marks with. And they're kind of wet or leather hard clay. Oh, hello. Hi, Lindsay. Good to see you in. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for the happy birthdays. Thank you. I think he is. I was quite. At one point, I thought I was going to have to throw him away, but he's looking a bit better now. So I'm going to get started. So first thing I do is just going to touch up a couple of areas from this green where it's a bit patchy. So I've just used a green decorating slip. Hi Alex, thank you. Thanks. Try and get this lid off without it going everywhere. Right, so it's a little bit under its eye where I just scratched it. Let's try and patch that. And then some of these joins. I don't know whether they're cracked or... Yeah, there is a bit of cracking there. Hopefully it's just kind of on the surface. So I'm just going to put green slip on it and hopefully that'll hold. Fingers crossed. Right in there. I mean, yeah, I was presuming that Lindsay was talking about me as well. Right. I think that's all the areas I wanted to cover there. But he's back because I've just been putting him straight on the wheel. It's got a few spots on it. Those. Yeah, so at the moment I'm kind of just doing it for, well, just because I'd be sitting here potting anyway. It'd be nice to get to affiliate, but just something to do really. There's no chance of me ever making a living out of doing this, so I don't think anyway, certainly not for a long time anyway. But yeah, just kind of taking it as it goes. Yeah, I mean, I like just, I mean, quite often recently I've been doing a lot of glazing, and I don't want to do too much glazing on stream, just because, I mean, I find it quite boring. I can't imagine it's that fun to watch, so I just kind of stick on, I've been watching MW Works as kind of in the background. It's almost like being in a studio with other people. Okay, so I've marked out where his eyes are going to go. I've got some black underglaze I'm going to stick on. I don't need much. I'm going to need a small brush though. Not that small, that's what we'll use this little one. Yeah, I suppose a lot of the time it's just, you know, most of my Twitch viewing is done while I'm working. It's nice just to have someone kind of chatting in the background. I tend to go quite quiet when I'm concentrating. Painting isn't my strong suit. That's alright now. Roughly the right size and placement. Coming to life, I think. I do enjoy. I've not really done much hand building. I do enjoy making little characters like this. Oh, I think I'm going to leave him as is. Actually, I was going to try and put a bit of texture on him. What I don't want to do is kind of scratch away the colour. I'll use my new soft rubbery tools and see what I can do. Alright, so it might be good. These lines have lost a bit of definition when I've put the slip. off a little bit. Almost like a pencil eraser of texture. So I'll put a few vertical lines on him. It's supposed to be kind of cactusy. More green on there. Picked up something off the wheel. Metallic grey. Been quite the journey, this little creature. I threw all the individual pieces. As I said, my hand building is not basically non-existent. I threw basically 5 cylinders, big one for the body, and 4 smaller ones for the limbs. I think I wasn't happy with the proportions, basically. That's the main issue I had with it. And then when I cut the limbs to turn them around, give them the joints, I kind of wanted them at right angles, but they've ended up not quite at right angles. But I do quite like how he looks now. He's not perfect, but he's recognisable, I think. And so long as he all stays together, I think I'd be happy to have him propped up somewhere. And let's just give the eyes and mouth another coat. Make sure I get a nice solid black on those. And then I think he's done. Ready to be fired. Disc fired, that is. Messed up the eye a little bit there, so I'll try and make it a bit bigger. Okay, I think he's done. See how you turn out. So I've made him out of earthenware clay, and I've got quite a lot now, so I might do a firing, might do a bisque fire in the next couple of days, probably, it might be Tuesday, maybe Monday, depends what I'm doing. Possibly Wednesday, at some point next week. I think so. Oh no. Is it a big jar? The underglazes I normally buy just little pots. At least you can't lose too much. Yeah. I find that underglazes are incredibly expensive actually. Kind of like double the price of normal glazes where I buy them from. Oh yeah, I'll be good. Where's my sponge? I don't want that there. Oh no. Can I reach it? Oh, I got it. So let's just get rid of that. Don't need that anymore. Right, so I'm going to move on to some throwing. I've got some big lumps of clay, and basically what I'm going to do is throw some essentially dishes, fairly big ones, and what I'll do is put holes in them so they can be hung out as kind of bird feeders. So I've made a lot of bird baths. I've got it sitting over there. Similar design, but these ones I'm going to put some holes in the bottom because obviously the problem with using a bird bath as a bird feeder is that when it rains it fills with water and you end up with whatever you're feeding the birds floating in it. So I'm just going to do them a bit different this time, essentially. Right, so it's the first time I'm going to use this. Got it from the shop earlier today. I've not used one before. I think the idea is it's already a bit wet. I'll just soak it in water. Hang it on the wheel and then put your bat on top. And it should hold your bat in place while you're throwing. And normally I'd throw a disc of clay and stick it to that, but I find it such a drawn out process to get that disc of clay and get the bat stuck on it. I'm hoping if this works it could be quite a game changer. I might be more inclined to throw big pieces on bats more often. Right, I'm going to start off. I've got 4 bits of clay, 2 that are 2 kilos, 1 that's 2.5 kilos, and 1 that's 1.5 kilos. I'm going to start with the small one. They're all going to be fairly similar design, nothing too spectacular. Just, yeah, essentially a big, wide-ish, shallow bowl. Let's see how this works. Let's knock that a bit. Yeah, it feels like it's not shifting at all, so it's a good start. So far so good. This bit of clay is recycled, and to be honest I didn't wedge it that much, as much as I should have done. I'm just hoping it's not full of air pockets. I gave it a bit of a wedge. I know it's supposed to, 100. 100 wedges or something. Don't even know. I don't have too many issues with my recycled clay, so touch wood, it'll be fine. That seems to be holding on this thing with a circle. So far I'm happy. So I want it to be pretty wide and flat. So I'm going to start off with a flat, wide disc rather. Let's put it all the way. Not sure if that's more on the back than the clay. It's okay. Slow it down because it's madness going at that speed for something so big. Get a bit flat actually. Like to have some kind of wall on the outside. I'll raise that up. Slow it down a bit more actually. I think this is become a bit delicate. This clay tends to be a bit soft. It does lose its shape sometimes. I'll bring it up. I don't want to. I think about the shape of the rim that I want. Quite like. There's one I've made before where the rim almost kind of folds in on itself. I'll try and do that. That's quite nice. So yeah, the idea will be three holes in it. I'll attach some chains. I can put some little bits and bobs, seeds or fruit or whatever, and hopefully I'll get some little birds coming and feeding off it. I haven't used the bath that I put out for them yet. I didn't put it out till the beginning of winter, so it spent most of the last couple of months completely frozen. Yeah, I quite like that. A big steering wheel. Okay, those marks that I just put on it. holes actually. I think it's a bit thick. Yeah, so it's kind of flatter than the bird bars I've tried to make. And what we'll do as well is I'll put a few small holes in the base of it. Oh, actually, I quite like that. I made a bit of an unusual shape rim there. And I quite like it. I'm going to play with that. I wasn't intending to do that, but I took my eye off it and now I like it. Something. So yeah, I'll put some holes in it once it's low hard. Put a few holes in the centre so the water can drain out, and yeah, I quite like that. I'll fire it off. Always difficult with a big piece. Let's try and sure that goes down. Okay. And because it's just attached to this, I'm hoping that this stuff's easy. How about that? Hey, idiot. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. That's a bit different. But, yeah, quite happy. And that, potentially a complete game changer, I'm not going to lie. Because I hated throwing a disc of clay to stick my bats onto, and then trying to lever it off. Such a pain. This is brilliant. It works perfectly. It just sticks perfect. I'm going to probably go on about this a bit, but I'm very impressed. I was a bit hesitant to buy it actually because it was £10, which I think for a bit of, I think it's basically chamois leather, seemed a bit much, but I mean, worth every penny. Not an ad. Just enthusiastic about it. Let's see how it does with a bigger bit of clay. So that's definitely the big one. I mean, that was the smallest bit. I've basically come right to the edge of my bat, so we'll see how this works. The bigger bit, I might end up trying to make it a bit taller. I never know how terrible that is. That an awful sound when I slap that? Because I can imagine it doesn't come over great. on my apron there. And slow down and open it out. Not very thick. There's so much clay here, so let's push the centre down, push the outside out. Quite big. Well, that's a bit of a wobble in it, but never mind. I didn't centre it very well, I don't think. But it's going to be a bird bath. The birds aren't going to notice. They better not be too picky. Can find somewhere else to eat. So yeah, quite a lot of clay still to work with, so I'm going to go up rather than out any further, because I don't want it to be too big. I'll press that because it's a bit wobbly, a bit thin. This clay so it's a bit soft. I feel it tends to not like to go too thin, so I need a fairly thick rim on it. It's also got wet. I could potentially use less water when I'm opening it up. Just flatten that rim off. Like a pasta bowl. I think that'll do actually. Doesn't need to be. I don't think it needs anything else. I think that's good enough. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And off you go. What an absolute delight that is. Every time I'm going to be happy about that. I'm going to run out of room on this shelf. I've got a rather large shelf over here that needs back to 12 inches. Hi Mr. Salt. I'm having a wonderful Saturday, thank you. I hope you are too. I've been to the pottery shop. I'm now doing pottery. And I'm going out for some food later as well. So you can get much better than that, isn't it? Good. Right, these bats are actually a bit different. So those ones were plywood. There's these, what do you call it, like MDF or something? Probably not MDF, but that kind of thing. So let's see if these work just as well on my new mat thing. Seems to be. I'm not so happy about this. Okay, another 2 kilos of clay. Just a fold in it. No folds, thank you. The problem with these, the only problem with making these big bird valves is that I get through the clay so quickly. I bought 5 bags of clay today. And the person in the queue behind me was saying how much clay that is, and I just think, I mean, you get through 5 bags of clay, surely, fairly quickly. If you're making big things, certainly, which I tend to do bigger things out of earthenware. I've only got 2 bags of earthenware, got 3 bags of stoneware. Lots of new glazes to try out. The main problem with going to that shop is that they've got hundreds of glazes and they all look great. I just want to try them all. I'm getting splinters off this back. It's just the friction. Wondering if there's anything I can do to add a bit of something. I'll try and make things different each time. Just because I'm kind of still finding my feet, I feel, like finding my style. I'm yet to find it. Right. Things like this, well, very much still experimenting. I like to do something different each time, but I'm not sure about that. I've added grooves. I'm thinking there's going to be a bird feeder sitting outside, collecting the rain. I'd have to put holes in every groove, wouldn't I? Otherwise they'd each fill up. The initial thought was if I put like an apple core or something, slices of apple, and they could sit kind of across the grooves and not. I'm not sure now. I think I'll flatten them out a bit at least. I'm going to get a bit tall on the rim though. Let's say a bit taller. Let's see quite a lot taller at the moment. Just a big bowl now, isn't it? Which I don't think the birds will want to go into a bowl to eat. Alright, let's flatten that rim out. Whilst keeping a bit of a vertical part. Maybe if I make each concentric circle lower, the water will still kind of flow downwards so I can put the hole in the centre. So it works, I think. I'll definitely have to think about where I put the holes for hanging it, because on some of the previous bird paths I didn't think about it. I just put holes in.